Hi guys, it's Ballistic Bull here. This is the first video that I've done this season, season 14 for Warships. So I just want to take you through the 3 ER meta, and then we'll go on into 4 ERs after this. So I'm on my Gormless Goat account at the moment, one of the 2 accounts that I play with Warships. I only play the 2, and I try and push them both as hard as I can. So, as I'm sure most people have found out by now, that 3 ERs is all about barting. It's the Bart meta. And there's probably only 2 ways of doing it. The first way is barting out 2 ERs and rushing the 3rd ER, which will give you a time of round about 3 minutes 40. Give you a time of around about 3 minutes 40, depending on the exact layout of the base and whether you use bullet, whether you use warriors, whether you use bullet and heavies, and how many of those troops that you get through the base. As most bases you will come across now, you'll see are like mine or very similar to mine. They're compact bases, heavy minefield, either a damage amp or a microwave slapped right in the middle, and you kind of have to just push your way through, try and get as many troops to the ER as you can to get it down as quickly as possible. The second meta is to bar out all 3 ERs with 4 artillery hits. Now, in order to do that, you need your gunboat maxed, you need your GBE node maxed, and you also need the artillery, the barrage maxed. I'll show you a couple of those very shortly. We just have a quick look through my log. As you can see, 349, 349, 347, 347, 349, 336, that was a defeat by 3 seconds, and then we go back 334, 342, 343. So these hits here were back when I only had barrage at tick 4, so the meta then was to land the troops, bar out 1, bar out 2, flare the third, and then just push the troops onto the 3rd ER, get that down as soon as possible. Give you a time of around 3 minutes 34, 3 minutes 35, which was fine, sort of down at level 15, moving into gold at 16, before people started pushing their base into a compact base. Yeah, so that was that one. This one practically identical. So again, you land all the troops up at the top one. I don't know why I picked that one. Probably because these two are closer together to dump the barrage on. Flare up to the top one there, and then just wait for the troops to, for a second flare, just to make sure they all got there, because my flare's only at tick 3. And again, down it goes for a time of 342. After that, after those 2, I came across a guy who was 4 ER, and no, that was my defeat. So yeah, this one here, I've put the barrage down, 2 on the back, 2 on the back left, 2 on the back right. I tried to put the one on the back left a little bit closer to that centre one, which is why the back left didn't drop, but I've targeted that, targeted the other one, rushed them both, and managed somehow to get the win on that one, purely because my opponent's hit was complete garbage. Yeah, let's just take a quick look at that. His hit, he landed a boat of warriors and a boat of medics there, which, when you're going against this base and rushing, you just handicap himself. The warriors are dead already. The medics aren't really doing enough in terms of, so you're attacking with 6 boats rather than 8. So not a good idea, guys. If you're going to go warriors, go all 8 boats of warriors. You're going to want med kits, or you're going to want shocks, or you're going to want smokes, or a combination thereof to support those warriors. Or you go bullet, and lots of people at the moment, I'm seeing lots of, on my other accounts, seeing lots of people just sending bullet energy drink on his own, and they're getting times of 3:38 to 3:42, which is fast. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fast, but it's not as fast as this. Now, this is the hit that I've been trying to, when it works, you're not going to get beaten. Well, you are, I'll explain that shortly. But that's artillery, max GBE, taking down all 3 of the ERs while the troops kind of come wandering in at the front. The reason that I land the troops, yesterday when I maxed my GBE, I was doing times of 3:54, but that meant not being able to get any troops down. So if the spread didn't quite work and you didn't quite get all of the ERs down, you then had to land troops to try and get enough GBE to get a 5th barrage down, and it just wasn't happening. So rather than trying to go for glory every time with 3:54s, I decided it was probably better to get the troops down first, then lay the barrage down, hope that you get the barrage points right. If you do get the barrage points right, then you get all 3 ERs. If you don't, your troops are already down gathering GBE to get that 4th barrage. All of these videos, we've got it pretty much nailed on. So the only way to beat this particular hit of landing troops and then going for the ERs, sorry, is to just go straight out for the ERs. But if it fails, you've lost the hit, because there's no coming back from it. So I've got 1 chest to collect. So let's do a couple of quick hits to collect that chest, and then we'll knock it off for now. So you see here, his 3 ERs are up against the back wall. There's 2 further together, so that's centre ERs, normally a couple of tiles to the left. We're going to try and get all 3, see how it goes. So the hit is to get all the troops down first and then worry about the barrage. So down go all the troops, barrage to the back. Now, is that going to be enough? No, not quite. I'm still working on nailing the points for these. Let's just flare these guys up. It's only going to take a little bit of damage on each one to knock them over. Let's get that one down with the barrage. That's that done. Right, move on to the next hit, 3:23. That's an awful time. We're going to lose that one, but this is just, I'm just trying to sort of show you how the hits can work or not work, which is what makes making 3 ER so up and down at the moment. This guy's got his ERs in prime position for the full takedown, and he's got a fair amount of GBE up the front. The best bases are when they put their weaker defences up the front. I've had a couple where they've had Tick 3 machine guns all parked up the front, which is very quick collection of GBE if you miss at the back. So let's get the troops down, and we'll get up the back here, and we'll try and see if we can nail all the points correctly, so that you can see 3 ERs go down under barrage. There it goes. Now, the only way that I can tell you where they are is slow the video down to half speed and have a look at where I flare. So he'll have done 340 and felt pretty pleased with himself. That's a pretty good time, but you're just not going to beat barraging all of the ERs out. So there's that chest collected. Put that towards my upgrades. I'll be going 4 ERs next, and I will finish this video off later on when I'll show you 4 ERs and the sort of progression I'm making into 4 ERs. Tech tree, just very quickly. Max gunboat, max landing craft, max my heavies, obviously did that straight away. Then I went top path to 3 ERs, and moved on up to mines, picked up the mines back here, came down for troop health, came down for the cannon and defensive building damage, purely so I didn't have to come back for it later. In hindsight, what I should have done was just pushed for artillery as quickly as for barrage as quickly as possible. But from there I took the top path, not bothered upgrading medics, not bothered upgrading Zukas, got the barrage, got it maxed the GBE node, and I think I climbed from about level 13 to level 17 almost within an hour. I think I had a 13 or 14 win streak, and I got distracted on a hit and lost the win streak, and then went straight back in with another 8 or 9 win streak to take me into 17. Since then I've kind of been bobbing around. My attack log normally looks somewhere something like that, and I'm just finding now that it's getting harder and harder to match 3 ERs as you kind of push into 17. It's getting harder and harder to match 3 ERs. It's time to go 4. I've got keys saved. We don't normally advocate saving keys. We'd normally advocate you know, pushing into the ER as quickly as possible. But the last couple of days I've not been able to spend as much time on warships as I'd like to have done. Otherwise I would have had this video out a lot sooner. So that's why I'm kind of doubling up and doing a 3 ER for those of you who are still stuck in 3 ER and pushing into 4 ER, which I'll be back with very shortly. Okay guys, catch you soon. Bye for now.